Hey everyone, Dan Henson here, your guide to Sarasota and the Florida Suncoast. When people start thinking about buying a home here, their focus is naturally on the big number, the purchase price. They work with a lender, figure out their mortgage payment, and they think they have a handle on the budget. But what I've learned over years of helping people relocate is that the purchase price is just the tip of the iceberg. The real ongoing costs of owning a home in a coastal Florida city like Sarasota are what truly determine your long-term affordability and financial peace of mind. These are the expenses lurking below the surface, the so-called hidden costs that can catch unprepared buyers by surprise. Today, my goal is to pull back the curtain on these expenses. We're going to talk about insurance, flood zones, taxes, and more, so you can create a realistic, sustainable budget and own your piece of paradise with confidence. Now, while you can't control the weather, you can control how prepared your home is, and that brings me to your single most powerful tool for lowering your insurance costs, the Wind Mitigation Report. A wind mit is a separate, detailed inspection that documents the features of your home that make it more resistant to wind damage. This includes the age and shape of your roof, how the roof is attached to the walls, whether you have a secondary water barrier, and whether your windows and doors have hurricane shutters or impact-rated glass. The discounts you receive for these features are not small, they are massive. A home with a new roof and full hurricane protection can have an insurance premium that is literally half the cost of a similar home without those features. That's why, when we are looking at houses, I encourage my clients to see a brand new roof, not just as a nice feature, but as a multi-thousand-dollar annual savings on their insurance bill. The next critical layer of this insurance iceberg is flood insurance, and this is non-negotiable. The most important thing to understand is that your standard homeowner's insurance policy provides zero coverage for damage from rising water. Whether it's from a hurricane storm surge, a king tide, or a torrential downpour that overflows a nearby creek, if water enters your home from the ground up, you are not covered without a separate flood insurance policy. The requirement for this policy is determined by FEMA's flood maps, which classify every property in the country. If your home is in flood zone X, you are considered low risk, and flood insurance is typically optional and very affordable. However, if your property is in a high-risk zone like A, AE, or VE, and you have a mortgage, your lender will require you to carry flood insurance for the life of the loan. And the biggest surprise for newcomers is that you don't have to be on the beach to be in a high-risk flood zone. There are beautiful neighborhoods miles from the bay that are in an AE zone because they are near a creek, a canal, or a low-lying conservation area. This mandatory flood insurance policy can add thousands of dollars to your annual housing costs, and it's a massive budget item that absolutely must be investigated during your inspection period. Now let's talk about property taxes, because even those have some hidden nuances. The great news for full-time residents is the Florida homestead exemption. By declaring your home as your primary residence, you can get a significant exemption off your property's assessed value, which lowers your tax bill. More importantly, it places a cap known as the Save Our Homes cap on how much your assessed value can increase each year. This protects you from being taxed out of your home as property values rise. This is a huge financial advantage that full-time residents have over investors or second homeowners. But in newer communities, you'll find another line item on your tax bill, a CDD fee. CDD stands for Community Development District, and it's essentially a bond that the developer took out to pay for all the infrastructure in a new master-planned community: the roads, the sewers, the water management systems, and the beautiful amenity centers. The homeowners then pay back that bond over a period of 20 or 30 years as a separate non-ad valorem tax. You will find CDD fees almost exclusively in large new communities like Lakewood Ranch or Welland Park, and they can add anywhere from $1,000 to over $3,000 to your annual tax bill. It's a significant cost that makes the taxes in a new development feel much higher than in an older established neighborhood where that infrastructure has long been paid for. Finally, we have to talk about the ongoing costs of maintaining your home in our unique subtropical climate. First, your HVAC system is the hardest working appliance in your home. It runs almost year-round. It needs to be serviced regularly, and you need to budget for the eventual reality that it will need to be replaced, which is a major expense. Regular pest control is not a luxury here. It's a necessity to protect your home from our abundant insect life. If you have a swimming pool, you need to budget for weekly chemical and cleaning services, as well as long-term costs like resurfacing the pool or replacing the pump and filter. And because of our long growing season, lawn and landscaping maintenance is a year-round expense. If you live in a community with a homeowners association or HOA, they will have strict standards for how your property must be maintained, so this is a cost you can't defer. These Florida-specific maintenance items can add up, and a realistic budget for them is essential. My goal here is not to scare you, but to empower you. A smart, prepared buyer is a successful homeowner. The key is to do your due diligence during your inspection period. This is the time to get firm insurance quotes, to verify the flood zone, and to understand all the HOA and CDD fees. Creating a realistic budget that accounts for all these hidden costs is the key to ensuring that your life in paradise is relaxing and stress-free, just like it's supposed to be. These are the conversations I have with my clients every single day, because my job isn't just to help you buy a house, it's to help you make a wise and sustainable investment in your future. If you're ready to take a realistic look at the total cost of ownership here in Sarasota and want a guide to help you uncover all the numbers, my team and I are here to help. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more honest insights into the Sarasota real estate market, and leave a comment below with any questions you have. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to helping you make a smart move.